Hey, what's up everyone? In this short video, I will show you how we can set gradient colors for text in a web page using CSS. Now, this technique is not new and there should be many articles on the web explaining how it's done. But if you want to do something like this and have no idea how to do it, then I hope this video will be helpful for you. So, the basic idea behind gradient colored text is to first write some text that you want to have a gradient color. Next, set the text background with the gradient color that you want to use. After that, set the text color as transparent. And finally, clip the background by using the text as a clipping mask. By doing this, the entire gradient background will not show, but only the area which is under the transparent text will show. And in this way, we can have a beautiful gradient colored text in our web pages. Let's now see a small code example to find out how it works. So this is Visual Studio Code, and the first thing that I will do is to add some HTML scaffolding to it. Now, before we do anything else, let's just open this web page in the browser using the live server extension. In the body, let's first create a div element, and inside this div, let's just create a span, and within this span I'm going to write the text which we are going to have gradient colored. So let's just write some text, and you can write the text as my gradient color. Now for this span element, I'm going to set a class value which we are going to create in a moment. So let's set the class name as my gradient color, and let's also create a class for this div container while we are at it. And for this div, I'm going to set the class name as text container. Now it's time to create these two CSS classes, and for that, let's first create a style element within the head. The first class that I will create is the text container, so let's just do that. For the text container, let's set the display value as block, the width of this container to fit the content. Let's set the font size as somewhat bigger, so I'm going to use the value as 150px. Let's also set the font weight as bold, and finally I'm going to set the text alignment as center. So we have created the class for the text container, and now it's time to create the CSS class which is going to set the text color as a gradient color. For that, I'm just going to copy this class name from over here, and then let's just paste it, my gradient color. The first thing that we need to do is to set the background, and for background I'm going to use a CSS function which is called as linear gradient. You can learn more about this linear gradient function in its documentation at MDN. The link is there in the video description. So using the linear gradient function, the first thing that I will do is to set the direction of the gradient. So let's set the direction as to left. So what this means is the gradient will start from right and it will go towards left. Now this is going to be a two gradient color, so the first color that I'm going to set is red and the second one is going to be dark blue. As you can see when I have saved this page, then the text background has been set with the gradient color which we have applied using this linear gradient function. After this, we need to set the text color as transparent. What this will do is it will simply set the text as transparent and it will not be visible anymore in its default color. The last thing that we need to do is to set the value of the background clip property. So let's just do that. So for this background clip value, I'm going to use the value of text. For Chrome and Safari, we need to use another property name which is called as WebKit background clip, and the value for this can be set again as text. When I have saved this page, then you can see that the text color has been set to the gradient color which we have set using this linear gradient function. Now you can change the gradient value and use different kinds of colors or multiple colors, etc. It's up to you, but the thing is, this is how we can set the gradient color in a pretty easy way. That would be everything to learn in this video. With that, I will take my leave and I will see you guys next time. Till then, stay safe and have fun.